What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy SnowyKurama, and welcome to both weeks 1 and 2 of the WPF for the World Pokemon Federation, if that's how you like to say it. And I just decided to squish everything down in this video, pretty much just a smaller, condensed version. Might not be small on recording time, I have no idea how long this is going to take, but I'm going to try to make it go as quick as possible so that we don't have a giant hour-long video. That might be what it ends up being, who really knows. But yeah, my week 1 and week 2 match of the WPF is what I'm going to be covering today, including the team that I brought. I'm going to have a little bit of a blurb about their teams as well, probably just a screenshot of what they have and whatnot. Then I'll show the team, or I'll show the battle rather, as I talk about it. Probably speed that up too. You'll see how it is once we get there, but if you're hyped and excited about some WPF content, press that like, hit that subscribe if you would like to, definitely helps me out. We have reached our goal of 60 subs for the year, and I think we could bring that up to 5 before the year ends. You know, we got up there halfway through the year, so why not just reach farther up in the skies, because we can. I don't know what else to say besides that, but let's go ahead and get into the team. My first match was against KaiWhai, and you can see his team up on the screen. He's got Mew, Volcanion, Whimsicott, Umbreon, Ditto, Corviknight, Dragalge, Thundurus, Palossand, and Lantern. And this is the exact team that I brought against him. I don't exactly remember what I was thinking when I did some of this stuff, but I got somewhat of an idea. Gravity here is really cool because we can take the Corviknight down from the sky and hit it with Earthquake. This isn't, and we were able to invest all the way up into attack, give some an HP, and then put this much in speed to outspeed, I think, Volcanion it is. Up next we have Aberame the Acelgor. We got the boots as well as some spikes and some ways to take down, I think it was primarily Whimsicott. There's also a bug weakness on the team. I believe it was Umbreon that we were trying to handle with the bug buzz. We were able to invest all the way into special attack, as I said earlier, so that we can outspeed, I think this is Whimsicott's speed, toss the rest in HP, and we have the boots, so we don't need to care about our HP stat being an odd number. Up next is Pentapagrish, our Starmie, also rocking the boots, and we also have 2 Psychics on the team. And the reason for that is, obviously, when you put Psychic in one slot and Psychic in the other slot, that makes your Psychic stronger, and by that, I mean that's the sad way that I'm using to explain my screw up here. So we only had Hydro Pump, Psychic, and Rapid Spin, which really sucks because the last move would be Thunderbolt to help with the Corviknight. But we have this speed, is that the same? No, this speed is to outspeed Thundurus and hit it with a Psychic, or even just Hydro Pump just to get him in range for that. LS Demon's here with the Assault Vest. We have a Gluttony. Why are you Gluttony? I think you were supposed to be Curse. Anyway, we have this EV spread and these moves. Gunk Shot, Ice Punch is here for the many ice weaknesses. And then Stone Edge is here because there are some ice weaknesses that are, or some mons that are more weak to Stone Edge, I think, on the team. Yeah, that's it. Nightmare Fuel's here. We're just your standard set here. We have enough speed to outspeed whatever outspeeds that. And then Sunshine's here just for some speed control. Hopefully we'll be faster than whatever we're outspeeding here. We have Thunderbolt, Hyper Voice, Surf, and Dark Pulse for our moves. Solar Power so that we're not hit with Steam Eruption or Fire Blast instead of Steam Eruption and get smacked in the face with that. So our battle against KaiWhai is here. He's got his Volcanion, Corviknight, Mew, Dragalge, Palossand, and Umbreon, and I've got these boys. And let's go ahead and take a look at the battle. So there's not much really to say here. I was scared, as I usually am, and thought that he would switch out, so I thought Dark Pulse would be the play, and then all of a sudden he just doesn't freaking switch out or nothing, and I hit him for only, what, 15? I got a flinch too, but that's whatever. So Iron Defense happens there. He's going to try to get his defense all the way up and do some body press, brave bird shenanigans, roosting, you know how it goes. That's basically what's going to happen, and because I took so long to set things up and didn't really deal with it as well as I could have, especially since I had to switch out of my Heliolisk and we didn't have the Thunderbolt on Starmie or any other way to really take care of the Corviknight, this is really all that happens there. Going all the way, I decided to Thunderbolt here with Heliolisk after that thing died. He had the Walk-On Berry, and then that's just a dead Heliolisk. So this Corviknight here just takes care of half of my team, and there wasn't much I could do after that. Both of my answers to Volcanion is done, so he can pretty much just switch into his Volcanion and get all the kills he wants. I tried to set up with my Pinsir because his Body Press isn't doing anything since it's resisted, but I wasn't thinking too much about the fact that I had not anything really to deal with the Corviknight besides close combat because my gravity was gone. So yeah, we were able to get rid of this. Dragalge comes out, probably hits me with something. I tried to kill the Dragalge. Yeah, it was a Draco. And this is where things get weird. I'm just trying to get the freeze at this point because, you know, fuck it, what else am I supposed to do here? We don't end up getting it. He ends up shoring up as he should. And then I believe our Selgor ends up getting a kill somewhere in here. Does it kill the Volcanion? I don't really remember. Yeah, it kills it through sub because Bug Buzz is able to do that. So this thing ended up getting some kills, and I think that's basically the game. Yeah, good game to KaiWhai. I didn't really prep for this team very well, and that's kind of what happens when you do that. Our next opponent for week 2 is Aaren, the coach of the Minneapolis Mamoswines, and let me tell you what right now, his team is busted as shit. He's got Cinderace, Mega Garchomp, Serena, Toxicroak, Rotom, Frost, Spiritomb, Jirachi, Togekiss, Greninja, Scyther, and Munchlax. So Scyther is really good in this generation because it gets Technician Dual Wing Beat, so that's really scary, plus it's pretty fast. Greninja doesn't have Protean, even though Cinderace is able to have Libero, but Greninja is still a really good offensive Water Dark type, really fast, and really scary. He's got Rachi-Kiss on his side, so he can just flinch down anything that he wants, which is freaking stupid. Rotom is a good defogger, and Serena is a good spinner, and it has access to Triple Axle now, so it's an ice move on the grass type mon, so you be careful with that when you bring out your ground type, I guess. No, that's stupid. I don't know, ice type coverage is good on Serena, I guess. And Mega Garchomp, he doesn't have to Mega Evolve his Garchomp at any point, he just has to have the stone, so, you know, he's essentially got a regular Garchomp at 140 without the item. It is what it is. And then there's Cinderace, the big thorn in my side, the big, what am I supposed to do here, mon, that can just change its typing whenever it wants, and it has a nice attack and speed stat that it can abuse the Libero with, or the Barrow with. So I thought that the only chance that I had at cracking this here nut is Hazard Stack, and unfortunately my Hazard Stack mon is a Selgor, and that thing is paper thin. So let's get into my team. We have Landorus again, we have the Achiberry because I'm expecting some ice move coming from Greninja since I was pretty scared of that thing. I knew that if I didn't prep for both Cinderace and Greninja quite a bit that I was going to definitely 100% lose the game. So we have U-Turn on here, knock off an Earthquake because they're also pretty good moves when it comes to Stealth Rock. We're pretty bulky and we live anything that Cinderace wants to give us, barring, or not barring, but with Intimidate. So that's pretty cool. We can just Earthquake them. Up next we have our Alolan Muck again, this time with Poison Touch, still Assault Vesting. It lives hits from all of his special ons, including the Greninja that we were talking about, but it doesn't really like a Garchomp that much, but non-Mega'd, I think we can live an Earthquake from full. I don't really remember, but Shadow Sneak is here just in case we need to give that one last little bit. Dual Stab is nice, of course, and then Fire Punch because his defogging options, his hazard removal options, most of them are weak to fire, barring the Togekiss, so, and we have Gunk Shot for that, so who cares. Pent-Up Aggression is back, and we are not running double Psychic this week. And we have enough speed to outspeed something again and putting the rest in HP, because that's how we do things around here. This thing is the way that we can get rid of our hazards without, or my opponent's hazards without getting rid of my own. And we have Aberame here. He's got the boots, sticky holding the boots so it doesn't get knocked off. We have enough speed in here to outspeed Greninja so we can either final gambit it or just set up some spikes or U-turn on it. I thought this set would be pretty decent. We have defense in here just in case we maybe could live something. I'm not sure. I don't think changing it to Adamant 48 attack would change anything in the outcome of the battle, but that's just what we have. Potatoes is here finally. We have Choice Band set so that we can live Cinderace and other fire and ice moves better. We got Close Combat, Knockoff, Ice Punch, and Rock Slide. Rock Slide also takes care of his defogging and hazard removal options, with Ice Punch taking care of the Serena when we need it to. This thing is bulky. As we've talked about, its HP stat is nice and its attack stat is nothing to laugh at, so yeah, this thing is hopefully going to do some damage. And last but not least, we have Bubblegum. This thing is our Wish Passer. It's going to hopefully make our Landorus and our Muck not die as quickly, as well as our Hariyama as well. These two, I guess they could also switch in since they got the boots. But those are the main three mons that I was thinking of when it came to Sylveon. I almost said Skarmory. But Hyper Voice, so definitely good to have, especially since we were Pixelate. Stab move against Spiritomb, something I definitely wanted to have since that's its only weakness. And then Psyshock as well, because Fairy and Psychic is decent coverage. Maybe should have ran Mystical Fire because Fire and Fairy is even better coverage, but there was a Pokemon on this list that if I brought Mystical Fire, that would have just walled the crap out of this thing. I think it might have been Toxicroak. Yeah, because it resists both. Well, it doesn't resist fire, but it's not weak to it unless it's dry skin, which I think it gets. Anyway, enough of me just babbling. Here we have Garchomp, Rotom, Cinderace, Scyther, Jirachi, and Serena. So let's take a look at this battle. We go Acelgor first because we want to stack up them hazards. I just U-turn on out of here because I'm not trying to mess with this Cinderace. And we go Landorus because that's kind of our out against this thing. Pyro Ball does not shit because, of course, we resist and its attack is lowered. Goes out to his Garchomp. I just set up the rocks because I knew he was going to switch out at that point. He sets up his own rocks. I U-turn on out of there because why not? Rough Skin activates, unfortunate. And we go to our Sylveon to hopefully Hyper Voice this thing, or Wish, or Protect to see what it wants to do. He goes out to Jirachi, which is a good thing for him to do. Hyper Voice does nothing. I just figured attack what's in front of me. Don't second guess yourself like last time. I go out to my Muck because we're kind of defensive. We can do anything that we want to this thing really, which is just Gunk Shot really. And Garchomp comes out here, I believe. Yeah, I just knocked, which is a good play on his part because you can't knock off your Mega Stone. A Shadow Sneak here just to get off that last bit of damage, and I believe that's in range of something from Starmie. Hydro Pump, yep. So that's our first mon that we got to kill. It's 5-5, looking pretty good. That's when I wish I had Flip Turn so that we could have done that. But he knocks off there instead, probably hoping to kill the Starmie. Gets rid of my leftovers anyway. We just Protect on the Rapid Spin there. Go out to Hariyama because we have the Ice Punch for it. Rapid Spin does that, gets rid of the rocks and such, which really sucks for us. But after calcing a little bit, Ice Punch I thought would kill, or at least had a chance to, and it didn't. So that's just kind of a dead Hariyama, unfortunate. I believe U-turn at that point did kill, but hey, more damage on Cinderace is more damage, it's fine. So Landorus comes on in, trying to do the same thing as last time, of course. He changes his typing to normal with Substitute. That was kind of the nail in the coffin for me, I believe. I think he just kind of smacks the rest of my team at this point, because Scyther no longer has to deal with rocks since they're not up on the field anymore. Dual Wing Beat is going to do a shit ton of damage to everything on my team. Not very fun. We just final gambit this thing because I'm done at this point. I'm just like, screw this, I'm done. That's a Scyther Delph. Unfortunately, we did not kill with Psychic, which really sucks. And then we got knocked out there. And that was pretty much GG because all my mons are dead. So, yeah, GG to Aaren. He picked a crazy good team this time around. And as well as KaiWhai, his team is pretty cool as well. Corviknight definitely underestimated that thing. And again, the prep for this week wasn't too great. Just had going on those past 2 weeks. And the next week is against Leaf and the Quebec Quillfish, I believe is their team name, and that is correct. And there's a couple holes that we found in their team, so hopefully we can exploit them and actually bring a win home for the Chicago White Sox this season of the WPF. So yeah, I hope that this video isn't too long. It doesn't seem to be. I guess that's good in a way. But yeah, leave a like if you like this video, subscribe if you have not already and you want some more of that SnowyKurama goodness, and of course, if only you want to. This isn't going to be the style of videos I'm doing for the rest of the WPF. This is just what I'm going to be doing these 2 weeks, so I don't have to just make other videos and get further behind. I'm just trying to make things as easiest as I can for myself because I've still got lots and lots and lots that I do just in my life. So with that all being said and more, this has been your boy SnowyKurama. See you in the next video. Goodbye.